Oh boy. The drive has to do with, in a nutshell, the pressure being placed on the poor. John McCain ain't talk about the poor. Barack Obama didn't talk about the poor. They talk about the middle class. They didn't talk about the poor. And the poor is catching it. The concept of a working poor. People working 2 or 3 jobs and not making ends meet. There's so much pressure on the poor. It's incredible. And so, in a nutshell, generally speaking, it's the poor. Hey, y'all, it's always about the poor. You have to stand with the poor. The people who are poor, I don't care how rich y'all become. You have to stand with the poor. And the poor are feeling the gap between the rich and the poor is widening. And they want more money. They want more. They're not satisfied. And it's just the pressure that's being placed on the poor. So back in the 60s, there was an issue of race and class. Now it looks like it's going to be an issue of class and race. The poor. Obama is a deception. Obama is the biggest fitna that has hit black people in our history. He's the biggest fitna ever that has hit our people in our history. Fitna, for our non-Muslim friends, means it's a number of definitions. I'm using it as deception. Deception. Something that's not real. Barack Obama is a deception. He's a deception. And in all due respect to y'all, y'all didn't put him in office. Sorry. Y'all didn't. The rich white boys put him in office. They put him in office. The corporate media didn't go after him. How come, y'all? I ain't talking about Fox. The corporate media can get you to hate whoever they want you to hate. Saddam is good. Saddam is good. Joe the plumber says Saddam is good. Saddam is good. And then the media says Saddam is bad. Saddam is bad. And Joe the plumber says Saddam is bad. Saddam is bad. The media can make you hate or love whoever they want you to. How come the media didn't make America hate Obama? Where is he getting $150 million in a month? Where is he getting $750 million to run a campaign? $750 million to run a campaign? Barack Obama is a deception, a very dangerous deception. Because we look at him and we say, change. And he chose Rahim Israel Emmanuel as his chief of staff. Change. Madeleine Albright can go and represent him at the Economic Summit. Change. David Axelrod, chief advisor, Zionist. Change. I'm not speaking at all with Hamas. Only the democratically elected organization of the people. You believe in democracy, right, Barack? They were elected by the people. And you said you're not going to talk to them, Barack. Change. The only change that's going to come is the change that y'all make. Barack ain't challenging the military-industrial complex. He ain't challenging them. He ain't challenging Lockheed Martin, Northrop Grumman, General Electric. He's not challenging the Pentagon. He's not challenging APEC. He's not challenging investment bankers. He ain't challenging them. He ain't going near them. He's going to do whatever they want him to do. So as far as the rich white boys are concerned, this is a green light for them. Because now we can really go into the Muslim world now. His name is Hussein. We can really go into Africa now. He's black. We can do our thing now. And black people will follow lockstep behind it. Black. He's a fitna. He's a deception. The only change that's going to come is the change that you and the people who he activated will make. Black folks, Latinos, the youth, progressive whites, the Asians, That coalition that came together to so-called put him in office, that's the coalition that's going to stay active to bring the change that we actually need. So beware of old Barack. Beware of old Barack. They had shirts with Barack, Martin, and Malcolm. That's dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way in the world. I don't care if Barack is president, he would never be on a higher stage than Martin and Malcolm. Because Martin and Malcolm were independent leaders. They were independent. They weren't owned by anyone. They weren't owned by Wall Street. And so someone who's inside the system, who's controlled by the system, can never be equal to those leaders who gave their lives and who were independent of the system. They would never be on the same level. So beware, y'all. Beware. We got a lot of work to do. Which one?
I have a question. Well, first I want to say that, I was really inspired by your speech about converging towards and like the whole thing about struggle and how it brought you up to like a whole new perspective of Islam. It gave me goosebumps on that line. But I have friends who are non-Muslims, but they're still very confused.
Yeah. And
like right now it is Islamic embarrassing, but they're like with all the media and all the stuff that they see, like they see hijabis, they see people covering their bodies, and like they're like, whoa, what is this?
Yeah.
And so like as you probably saw that too when you were still non-Muslim. But like, how did you overcome that? Like, I want to help my friends because I'm pretty sure they're very interested in Islam, but they're still afraid.
Yeah.
Like, how can I help them?
It was kind of different with me because I trusted Malcolm. With them, you just America's not really feeling trustworthy. America are not feeling in a trusting mood of the system. That's your benefit. Americans are not feeling trustful of the system. And so if you say to them, look here, what's on TV, that's a lie. Those are lies. Those are lies. Those are designed to just get you to turn away from it, so on and so forth. I really think that they'll believe at least half of that because they're not trusting of the system. And then your character. Your character. And I'm not saying, I don't want to put perfection. I know nobody's perfect. But in an environment, in an environment that's really a corrupt environment, righteousness really stands out. It really stands out. And that's why they have to see us, and they have to see our culture, and they have to see how we live. Because that in itself will be a testimony. And I think that will have a greater impact than even the television. Seriously. And so you just keep talking to them and be straight with them. Really be straight. We're living in a time, y'all, where people are not talking straight. They're invading countries and calling it like, we're bringing freedom to that country. They're invading it to steal it. They're not talking straight. We have to talk straight and to the point. You feel me? And so keep talking to them. It doesn't seem like you're being overbearing with them, and that's good. Don't be overbearing with them. Just keep talking to them. Let them know what it's really about. You know what I'm saying? And then just be patient and try to deal with other things that could cause them to how we were talking about today is really a serious concept. We were talking about that logic. We said that logic and faith go together. That's a serious concept for people to deal with. Logic and faith go together. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bring it to them. Bring those concepts to them. You know what I'm saying? And just keep putting little things on their mind. The nature of God. Who God is. Who God is. What our purpose is. And just keep putting little things. Just keep putting little things. Just little things. And then, leave the result to Allah. You know what I'm saying? But your character is going to be the most powerful testimony for them. Yes, ma'am.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you've been speaking about this change and that we really need, and how political established people can't really bring about a change. And then you're also talking about unity and coalition, like you spoke to at the flagpoles. How do you think organizations or different people with different backgrounds or different means to that goal or to that aim, how can we come to
those poor and oppressed